We're back. Episode 101. Just past the century mark here. Is that your chair squeaking, Tapia?
Yeah, we order this every week.
Fuck.
That's what happens when you live on your own. You can't afford nice chairs.
yeah. I
For
feel
WD-40.
I just sit on the ground.
Yeah, like a real man does.
Okay, what about that couch that you're sitting on?
Me? I'm on a chair.
No. I'm talking about Grower.
Hold up. I'm going to hit some lights over in this B. Give me 1 second.
Hey, Grower.
What's up, dude?
What happened with that Steelers flag?
I could have swore I brought it over to Ty's a long time ago, but if it's not there, then it's definitely at my place.
I don't know if that helped at all.
Place. Yeah, I have no idea.
That's all right. Anyway, episode 101, we're back. Past the century mark here. Had Joey Bag of Donuts on last week. No guest this week. Is that a White Claw in your hand?
Yeah.
I respect the move.
Yeah, I went with the natural lime. Dude, we just have... Here, hold on. I'm just going to show you how stupid this fucking fridge looks of drinks. Because I can't get over it because nobody... I'm the only one that actually does work on alcohol.
Modelo, White Claw.
Well, first of all, look at the liquor. 75% of it was gifted.
That's pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm not complaining about that. But, dude, look at all these stupid drinks in here. All these, like, Henry Hart sodas and Smirnoff seltzers. Dude, like, natural lights.
Yo, you guys froze on my screen for the last minute.
Oh.
So I stopped the podcast.
Okay.
But I can just... Over? We don't need to start over. I'll just start it back up. But I don't know why the fuck you guys froze like that.
Oh. Interesting. Yeah, but it's not like Vanessa, like, she'll just drink wine or whatever. And I'm like, yo, could you drink something in the fridge to make some room?
All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. Figured that technical difficulty out quick, early and often.
Boom, boom.
We're so lucky to have you, Ty.
I know, dude. What would you guys do without me? My technical audio skill. When I can
just Skype each other and not record it?
No, I was going to say FaceTime.
Yeah, well.
I don't have an iPhone.
Why don't you get a better phone, Michael? That's all I would say about that. But anyway, we're back to talk some Steelers football. Another dub in the books. Week 9 dub. Pushing us to the 500 mark, 4-4. Love to see that. But it was, I'll tell you what, that game, I think I pretty much say this every game for the Steelers, but it was a real roller coaster. And I thought at one point I was having a heart attack. So, yeah. Steelers football do that to you. A close one. 26-24. Steelers win only because Adam Vinatieri, the GOAT, as he were, missed a field goal. Fucking Holder put laces in. Rookie mistake.
I guess I'm also going to say, not just that, but also credit to Cam Hayward for blocking an attempted field goal. That was huge, too.
Yeah, and fantasy defenses love that. So I had him in one league. Ty, I know you had him in our league, so that's fucking great.
Yeah, it was great. They scored me quite a bit of points. Very happy with their performance.
More than the average defense.
Yeah, it's not your average bear, as they say.
And with that Vinatieri miss, there, a couple people at work I see on Twitter. It's like, oh, another W from the Steelers that they, they finally beat a good team, but they should not have won that game. Vinatieri shouldn't have missed that kick. I'm like, yeah, well, he fucking did miss the kick, and they were 5-2, and now the Steelers beat them, and it's fucking beautiful. And then they also said, oh, and Jacoby Brissett was down. I was like, yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles, baby. Look at our quarterbacks.
From the last I can remember, there is no perfect football game. It comes down to who can capitalize on other people's mistakes and taking advantage of, of what you have. We can't control that Jacoby Brissett went down or the Vinatieri missed. I mean, how many times did no offense to Boswell, And then did he not miss last year that we could have won the game on a field goal? Or I guess even going back to the Jesse James Patriots game where, yeah, we probably should have won that, but we didn't. You could have said that the Patriots didn't deserve to win that game because of the way we came back, but they did.
I don't think the Patriots deserve to win any fucking game.
Yeah,
Yep.
Cheaters.
Fuck those
Any
guys.
game in the past and any game moving forward.
But yeah, dude, I mean, who would have thought that Vinatieri would be the one to blow it for the Colts? I mean, they had us right where they wanted us, really, all game. We happened to have the lead at the end there.
Yep.
But, I mean, sure, we did some great things, especially in the defensive end. Fucking, dude, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Let's just talk defense, and let's talk Minkah. If Minkah Fitzpatrick told me he wanted my firstborn child, I would give it to him because that's how amazing he is, and that's how much he means to the Steelers right now. The dude is a goddamn animal. How many games in a row has he had a pick? This one, second longest pick six in the Steelers' history. The dude's on fire.
And it was the longest run and fastest speed by any Steelers ball carrier in the last 2 years.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
So,
That's fucking crazy, dude.
That's
So
fucking nuts, dude.
So he has 4 interceptions this season. Ever since we got him after week 2, we're 4-2, and so far he has half of the interceptions that the entire Steelers team did last year.
I 100% believe it. And
Yeah, that's insane.
I know we said it weeks ago at this point, but like, if you're not a believer in that Minkah was worth a first round pick now, then fuck yourself. Because he is. Like, plain and simple. It's a fact. I'll take what he's done all day over any gamble on a first round pick.
Yep.
I mean, it's simple as that. We've said before, it's like he's established, he's cheap, he's got a lot of growth and value in him. So why take a risk on somebody?
And to piggyback off you, McRoy, on that, so after signing him, over the next 3 years, it's only going to hit the Steelers with $6 million of cap space. And right now, if the season ran right now, the Miami Dolphins are getting the number 17 draft pick, which incredible because Minkah was taken at what, like 10?
I don't remember.
I can't confirm that, but yes, that's a very valid point. Because everyone was up in arms that the Steelers could have given up a potential top 10 pick.
Yeah. And a 17 pick isn't really shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially not compared to Minkah.
I mean, it could be, it could not be, but it's like you said, it doesn't matter. It could be the first overall pick. Trent Richardson was the first overall pick. They don't all pan out. It's all, you're taking a risk. You're taking a gamble on every single draft pick.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield.
Jarvis Jones.
Yeah.
Bud Dupree up until this year. Speaking of defense.
Dude, speaking of Bud Dupree, that man is a monster. Dude, he had a few plays where I was like, holy shit. He had a chase and tackle. He looked quick as fuck on. I'm not sure exactly. It was early in the game. But he's been all over the ball all year. And from what it looks like online is, he's up for a extension, or I guess his contract is up after this year.
Yeah, because they hit him with that, was that a 5th-year option this year? Yeah,
so like after the year he's had already and he is having and he's going to continue to have, hopefully, he's going to need to get paid. And the question becomes, are the Steelers going to pay him?
I think they will.
They better.
It's one of those things that he's been around the team so long. He's worked through all the criticism year after year, and he's one of those guys that keeps quiet, keeps his head down, works really hard. He's a fan favorite, and the way him and TJ on the outside have been getting after, I think he already has, I think it's 8 or 10 QB hits this season. He's already surpassing his last season at this point in the year, is what I read.
Yeah, and dude,
I feel like last year he was playing like Mark Barron is this year.
Yeah. He had that fucking forced fumble on 4th down, which was huge.
Yep.
Dude was just an animal.
I was going to read this here. Bud Dupree is the 4th player this season to have at least 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, and 3 QB hits in the same game, joining only Chandler Jones, Nick Bosa, and teammate TJ Watt.
Who was also a fucking monster and has been all year, and again just continues to be. The dude is amazing. Plain and simple.
Also, not to regress too much and go back, but Minkah's 4 interceptions is tied for number 1 overall in the NFL.
I believe it. It's a lot of interceptions.
And I think he's got a fumble recovery too. It's killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While TJ and Bud played really well, the defense I felt just wasn't getting as much pressure as they normally do on the quarterback, and it was really fucking killing us, and you could tell it was killing us. I mean, you need to be able to get the pressure with the 4-man front, but I did like that little rover defense they were running. It was kind of reminding me of the Dolphins shit they were doing, where it's like you don't necessarily get set on the line, and you never know who's gonna blitz and shit. It's nice.
And you have kind of people going in and out.
And
Yeah.
honestly, it's like I feel we haven't seen much of that, or I don't recollect seeing much of it in the last year, like this season and last season. But the Steelers have always ran that. Their defense has always been that way, and I jokes whatever in Madden too. It's the same way. I use the Steelers playbook, and a lot of the time it's the 3 guys up front. And then it looks like there's huge holes for you to run in, but you've got your 2 fucking linebackers that are coming in, or they're going to drop back into coverage. It's beautiful. It throws the offenses off guard, or supposed to.
Yeah. It's very nice. And
especially if
dude.
you have the guys to do it, like Watt and Dupree, that power or speed rush off the edge.
And then you get that nickel defense with Hilton coming off the edge. Dude, I fucking love watching him blitz the ball. And I keep saying it week after week how impressed I am with him. But dude, again, this week he has back-to-back sacks with TJ Watt, which is amazing. And he's just he's blitzing off the line so well and just making the big plays when it counts.
Yeah, I agree. And then with that being said, the way how fast he gets it, he's only had 1 offsides all year. And it was his past game.
And it was
I think it was yesterday or on Sunday, right?
Yeah. And I think he's done, other than that, he's done a great freaking job at just, real quick, just coming in there and just, every time I see him do it, I go, oh my God. Like, I cannot believe how fast he did that.
His pass defense, too, has just been as good as you could ask for.
Yeah, I agree. Very happy. Very happy.
Yeah. Devin Bush, unfortunately, though, dude, we fucking in the past had problems with linebackers, again, not being able to cover the receivers and the tight ends. And Bush has been okay so far this year, but Jack Doyle torched him like more than a handful of times.
Well, yeah, I was going to say he had a tough matchup. The Colts they were without T.Y. Hilton. Marvin Harrison retired years ago.
Reggie Wayne too.
They didn't, they've got Ebron, Doyle, and then what's his name? I don't even remember who was thrown in there, but
Pascal,
and the Steelers all year have been terrorized by tight ends because they're putting their linebackers, Barron and Bush, they're quick, but those guys are fucking power, like strength. They're not trying to
versatile.
Yeah.
And I will say on that one play where they scored a touchdown, also not to throw shade at Minkah, but Minkah literally was caught in no man's land. He didn't go with him, or he didn't drop back. He didn't play deep as he was supposed to, which he plays over 70% of the snaps as.
Yeah. And also, I hate to say it, but I feel like I always see
Where'd Tapia go?
No, it says that he left.
Yeah.
But, fuck, what was I going to say?
You started saying I always feel like something. I don't know. I got so distracted when it said Tapia left.
Sorry.
Yeah, what were we just talking about, Tapia?
About how Minkah Fitzpatrick got caught in no man's land
Oh,
on
I
that
hate
play.
to say it, but I've like Joe Hayden. I feel like every play I'm watching, he's getting
Torched.
there's like 10 yards of separation,
Yeah, he's getting beat bad.
and then he comes
Yeah.
in and makes a nice hit, tough hit, but it's like
Too late.
what were you doing?
Yeah.
And dude,
And
on the other side of that, fucking Steve Nelson, that fucking late pass interference call. What was
when
he
dropped
doing?
his Zapato?
Oh yeah,
Excuse me?
that was Stevie Nelson.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steamy Nicks.
Yep.
But dude, no, that pass interference call. I mean, he literally ran right into the guy and like shoved him over. Like, you can't do that late in the game. I
can't,
know.
See the play.
What's that?
Like I can't remember what you're talking about. I can't see the play.
He was running with the receiver like down the field, and he like had his hands up, but he ran into the receiver still, and the receiver fell over. He like was all over the guy. It was late in the game. They gave him like a huge chunk of yards, and it's like you can't do that late in the game.
And that sucks because this is the first time we've said anything negative about him.
But it almost cost us the game.
Yeah, but we've always said one play doesn't cost you the game.
I know. And he
we could have lost we could be 0-6 or 0-7 if he wasn't here.
That's true.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, but you get my point.
Yeah, he's been great all year, but like that's some rookie shit right there. You got to be smarter than that.
Definitely. And how about when he lost his shoe?
Yeah, and then they didn't even like call a timeout or anything. They just fucking let it roll, and he just tosses his shoe onto the field to play still. Could have been a real hazard.
The way he tossed it was like, oh, you're not going to call timeout? Fuck you, like, bozo buckets.
Fuck it. Yeah. It's hilarious.
But, I mean, I also kind of get it. Like, you're not the only man on the field. Like, you've got 25 seconds. Put your fucking shoe back on. Like, if it's just one play, you don't have to sit down, untie. It's like it's like he was going to strap in a snowboard bindings. Like, dude.
Could have done that quicker.
Slide it back on. You got one play, put it back on.
Just slip it in there.
Like, it's kind of like I just didn't like that he was waiting for them to call just fucking you put your shoe back on.
Well, I thought I heard on the commentator say that whenever that happens, they're supposed to stop the game.
Well, yeah, that seems like
because then that's what they said.
Equipment, something.
Well, they said they're like,
that makes sense.
They're like, and they said, like Nelson's trying to flag them down to stop the game, and he goes, it looks like the refs aren't stopping the game, and then they talk about how like that's the thing that they should be doing.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely saw him trying to get them
so
to
maybe
stop
he was
the
like,
game.
he was like, my shoe came off, and they were like, all right, whatever. And he was like, all right, well, fuck it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely the vibe I got because the way he threw his shoe, I was like, that is the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, I don't know how there's not like a meme out there or something.
You shouldn't have said that, man. We'll work on it.
Well, yeah, this podcast doesn't go out till 8 o'clock.
Roughly, yes.
Western Pacific.
Eastern, also Standard Pacific.
Yeah, Japanese.
Mountain Western.
Specific Standard Central Time.
Yeah, it's very specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. Special teams looked okay too. Johnny Holton got in the mix a little bit. Had that fumble recovery off the punt from the safety.
Yeah, that's McGrory's boy.
Dude, should he not be running kickoffs back? Why are we still letting Switzer run the ball back?
I agree 100% with that. 100%. And we might see Johnny Holton on Sunday because Switzer has like bruised ribs or something.
Probably because he's. I mean, I hate to slander him, but he's just not a good asset to the team.
At least, I will say, last year, Ben used him a lot in the slot. Ben's not here.
And we've got more talent to play the slot.
And it sucks because it's like we know how good of a dude he is, just like in general. And so it's like you don't want him to not be on the team.
Player.
No, he's
a
I
solid
don't even
player.
call him that though. He's like he hasn't done anything to warrant being on the roster. And I hate to say that again, but
I feel like if he was on a team that needed a receiver, people could say, yeah, the Steelers need a receiver. But no, the Bears have decent receivers. They just need a fucking Iron Mike or something. Switzer's good, but he's not better than James Washington, Deontay Johnson, Juju Smith-Schuster. He's not better than the 20 receptions our running backs get a game.
Right.
It's very tough because, yeah, he's a phenomenal dude. But when he catches the rock on a return, it's like he turns into a rock.
Yeah.
But would you say that our special teams are doing enough to maybe give him that gap?
No, the special teams have literally been last. The kick return and punt return has been last for a coon's age.
So I guess not to try and defend them entirely because I do like him. He's a good dude, but
I was gonna say try to defend him because I don't hate him.
Yeah. So I guess maybe if we could see our special teams be a little bit better. I'm not saying they need to be fucking flat out amazing because you're asking night and day at this point. But if they could be halfway decent, it'd be nice to maybe get like a little bit better field positioning.
Starting position, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Holton should be returning them.
I'm with you 100%, Tapia, but I gotta just bounce off of that. It's like, what if the kick return blocking and everything has been decent? It's been okay, but they just need that fucking spark of elusiveness or that extra 3 speed, like just because, like I said, I didn't mean to, but I said Switzer's like a rock when he gets it. He's so slow. He's not going to cut around anybody. And if he does, he's getting swallowed up by the next guy. No issue.
Yeah, so I agree. Let's hope maybe Johnny Holton gets a few shots at it because he's done a few, and I thought
he's quick, dude. He's fast. And
he's fast.
On the other side of the special teams, Michael, we were talking about it. Boswell never kicks the kickoff into the end zone, and I don't know if that's by design or if he just doesn't have the leg to get it there.
I feel like it has to be by design.
Has to be, right?
Ty, you said at first you were upset about it because it looked intentional. And right?
Yeah, right.
First thought is like, what? And that was my first thought too. Is like, why the fuck is every single kicker booting it into the end zone? And I hated when they moved the kickoff up because it's like, no, I want to see a return. I want to see some action. Give me something.
Yeah.
But every team kicks in the end zone except for the Steelers. And we're saying it looks like no matter the wind, open roof, dome, whatever, Boswell always kicks it between the goal line and the 1 yard line or 5 yard line.
Yeah. He always does. And I love the intent behind it. Like, I love, okay, let him try to return it, see if we can pin him inside the fucking 15. I love that. But at the same time, like this past game, it just wasn't working, dude. They were they got the best field position all game long because they were running the kickoff. Yeah. They're running the kickoff back to the fucking 35, 40 yard line. It's like, you can't give up that much yardage on the kick return. You just can't.
Yeah. Well, and I was going to say it's, it's just as much as them trying to pin him, inside the 20 as it is them trying to force a turnover.
Yeah.
Punch that ball out, pop them, get they want that, there's a block in the back or a holding call in every return. So push him back 10 more yards, And
I do love the intent behind it.
And I think what the Steelers could do a better job with, if that is their intent, is we got to see more speed like Johnny Holton on kickoff. Like, we got to get guys down there.
Yeah.
Because Boswell, when he's kicking it, he's not getting a nice trajectory, some nice arc on it. He's just fucking Ray Allen booting that bitch to the 1.
Yeah, no, he is. And he's damn good at it.
He's phenomenal.
Very consistent. And again, kudos to fucking Boswell all year. He's been the best.
Boswell and Jordan Berry, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Special teams really doing it. Other side of the ball, though. Let's talk offense here.
Really quick.
Oh,
Really quick.
go ahead.
Last week, Boswell missed a 54. We talked about his career long being 53. And this past Sunday in Indianapolis, your boy hit a 51.
Love it.
Easily.
With ease. And I texted you guys. I said that would have been good from 57. Easy.
Yep.
That specific kick, would have been a beauty from deep.
Yeah. Last week's or the week before, not so much.
Throwing some 10-mile-per-hour wind, that bitch is hitting 65.
Easy money. Okay.
I mean,
anyways.
Other side of the ball.
He said
which could be defense or offense.
That's true. You're technically right. Before the game, was it? Yeah, it had to have been before the game. Steelers waved Moncrief.
It was at halftime.
Yeah, might as well have been. Steelers waved Moncrief. Everybody saw it coming from a mile away, for the most part, I think. But he got picked up pretty quick here, and I can't remember what team picked him up, but he got picked up like today or yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. Was
it the Jags?
Could have been.
He's gonna go home.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was a
The
guess.
Panthers.
Panthers. It was a cat. I knew it was a cat. That's why.
The Wildcats.
If it's the NFL teams are made up of cats, birds, and national icons like the
Steelers, Patriots,
Redskins,
Cowboys,
Indians.
49ers.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, you get it.
Titans.
But one receiver, dude, that I was impressed with this game.
Originally the Oilers, which is where the country was built on.
Your money's not worth anything. No longer backed by gold. Built on oil. That's neither here nor there.
$65 a barrel.
Anyways, James Washington, dude. 2 amazing catches.
Washington, another monument.
Washington Redskins. Boom.
The best of all the presidents, some might say. Yeah. I'd agree with it. What he did for this country, man, I tell you. Martha Washington was a hip lady, man.
Oh, man.
But yeah, dude, James Washington finally getting a couple catches and not making it look too easy, but getting the job done nonetheless.
The one-handed,
that one.
The one-handed reach.
Yeah, great catch. I mean,
great catch or fucking really bad throw.
Yeah, one or the other. It's hard to say.
We'll talk about Mason.
Yes, we will. Vance McDonald finally getting in the mix, finally getting a touchdown. Love to see him utilizing the tight end position. They haven't been doing it all year, really, but they haven't been. I know Vance was hurt for a while. They got Vanette, though, but the fact that Rosie Nix and Vance McDonald can both be in the game at one time, like, that's just power football, and I love it.
Yo, and also I came up, or I don't remember when, but I put in my notes, it had to have been after last week. Remember I kept saying Vanette should be the Vanimal?
Yeah. The Astro Vanimal, yeah.
V for Vendetta. Like Vendetta?
Nice.
Didn't we say that last time?
Definitely not.
No, we did.
V for Vendetta?
Yeah.
We'll have to check. Maybe that's why I put it in my notes.
Either way,
I opened my notes and it was already in there. Weird.
Either way, you should tweet that at him.
Well, I got to make the picture first.
Yeah. Make that edit.
Sure.
Yeah, but
Trey
you
Edmonds.
need to utilize the tight ends before we get on. You got to utilize the tight ends. Absolutely.
Have to. Power football wins games.
Madden, NFL, college, high school. You fucking got to utilize the tight ends.
Let that be a lesson to all you kids out there. Power football wins football games. Trey Edmonds. Go on. You had something important to say.
I'm in my 2026 season on Madden, and Vance McDonald is still playing.
Here we fucking go, dude.
I have Tony Gonzalez, Zach Gentry, Steeler, and Vance McDonald. Vance McDonald is a 64 overall. Because it's the year 2026. He's a fucking grandpa. I can't believe he's still playing.
Oh my
Trey
god,
Edmonds.
dude.
Not a
Trey
grandpa,
Edmonds.
but the older brother of Terrell.
Yes, that's a fact. Those are words that are true. Dude, he looked good. He had like 60, 70 yards on the ground. I'm not positive. Don't have the stats in front of me.
Well, he had the one
I don't-
breakthrough run that was like 25 yards.
He busted out a few
It
good
was
runs.
like 45 yards, I thought.
Yeah, could have been.
Somebody had a fucking beast run.
Yeah, that was definitely Edmonds.
I just want to say, Ducks started live stream right now. Playing a little pop shot. What's up, baby?
That's
Beast.
Duck.
Yeah, let's duck, dude.
Duck, duck, goose, bitch.
Shooting ducks.
Keeping buckets. There ain't no buck hunter.
Like shooting blanks, dude. Am I right?
Yes,
Yeah,
and
you'll-
who was not shooting blanks was Edmonds. He had 12 rushes, 73 yards. He had 7 fantasy points
Dude,
for a fucking third string
for a
running back.
third string running back, and I was worried going in that game because obviously James Conner out, Benny Snell out.
Does he look worried, Ty? No.
Not at all. And he shouldn't be because him and Jalen Samuels held that shit down. Between him and Samuels' fucking like 100 all-purpose yards that he had, which I love the fact that he's catching the ball out of the backfield. Fucking beast. Even though he did
sorry, Ty. He only had 8 rushes, 10 yards, Samuels.
Yeah, but how many receptions?
Yeah, you were correct. He did have like 100 total yards, but I was just like taken back at the fact that he had 8 rushes, 10 yards. I'm
So
not a
then
math guy, but that average is.
As a team, the Steelers rushed for dog shit. As a whole.
As a team, they rushed for
84 yards.
90 on 25 attempts.
Okay. That had to be thanks to Mason getting a couple. But yeah, I was worried going into it about the run game, but dude.
Speaking of that run game, he didn't have a couple. He only had 5, but I was a dumbass and was talking about how he's a decent scrambler last week, and Brissett, they're about the same. Well, guess who scrambled more? Mason, because Brissett was not in the game to scramble.
I thought you were going to say Hoyer.
Ooh,
Who almost torched the Steelers, by the way. We almost lost to Brian Hoyer.
Yeah, his first pass TD.
Yeah, that was a great fucking throw.
He had a few great throws.
Oh yeah, even his second TD where he put it up high in between.
Yeah.
Dude, which was ridiculous, dude. The fact we were getting lit up by Brian Hoyer.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. But he was a backup behind Tom Brady, so is Jacoby Brissett and Jimmy Garoppolo, the only undefeated team. Fuck Tom Brady and everything that he stands for, except for Uggs, because those shits are comfy.
In Michigan.
And his wife. She's a smoke. She's a beautiful lady, is what I meant to say.
She has great charisma.
Great personality. And funny, too.
Everyone just wants to be around her.
Girls are funny, and
Fuck
smart.
that family.
Okay,
Mason Rudolph and Jacoby Brissett both had a long run of 7 yards on Sunday.
Okay,
Who's a better scrambling quarterback?
You tell me. You tell me.
Who did you guys like? What did you guys think of Mason this week?
Shaky at best, dude. Listen, his average reception was 3.4 yards, I think, and his average attempt was like 5 something. You're not going to win ball games against elite teams throwing the ball 5 yards down the field. You need to let the boy air it out. He's very capable of it. Give him a little confidence. Let him air a few out. I mean,
he did.
Yeah, not well.
Exactly. So I guess if you see him air out 5 and 4 uncatchable, 1 is a catch, I think I get a little conservative too, because at some point you can't just be airing it out, especially if you go behind.
You don't need to air it out like that, but fucking how about a 10-yard slant route?
Yeah,
Get me
I think
15 yards on a pass play.
Ty's air it out was more broad, meaning
Let's
see something more than 5.5 yards down the field. Like, let's see a fucking 12 and curl from Juju or a fucking hitch, stop and go. Let's see something.
I mean,
especially with like.
Well, I wouldn't say. I mean, I'm not talking shit on Juju either, but it was unfortunate that.
Are you talking shit on Juju, Tapia?
You're talking shit on Juju, aren't you?
No.
You're putting words in our mouth, and we don't appreciate it.
Put something in your mouth.
That ball went through his hands because I feel like that one would have given him a little bit of a boost and a little bit of confidence. Like, yo, because I mean, he had a few throws that were a little deeper, but
those throws looked good.
But he also had a few scary ones where I was like,
he was short arming a lot of things,
and that's my thing. He throws them behind. He throws them short. That's my biggest issue.
But
he's not leading these guys. It's
not
like
before he got hurt, I remember what game was it? He like all of his throws were overthrown. Like he was bombing them down the field. Yeah. And like I remember they were on the 20. On the 20 when they had an opportunity to score before half, and they went into half of the timeout and they kicked a field goal, and he threw two through the back of the end zone. So it's like he can.
I think your headphones died.
One of them did.
Yeah, I think it switched to your fucking iPad speaker. Sounds fine. Just noticing.
Yeah, but I got to figure out which one's dead.
Good point.
Well, this one's still working.
Yeah, sure is, bud. What was I gonna say?
But I was gonna continue that. You didn't like that they only have Rudolph only has a 5.5 yard average last game. But do you feel the same way if your running back is got a 6.1 yards per carry average? That's 11 yards per.
From last week, you're saying when James Conner had a. Yeah.
No. This past game against the Colts.
Okay, but how many times did they run the ball? 25.
They ran the ball 25 times and passed it 26. Well, they passed it 35, but only had 26 completions.
Okay, if you're averaging 6 yards a run, though, you should be running the ball more than that and passing less. So either way.
So you were just saying, it's kind of tough. You were just saying you wanted to pass it more, take more shots, but maybe they should have kept running the ball more.
That's a good point.
I think it's like what do we?
It's so tough to find a balance and win a fucking football game.
I don't necessarily want them to pass more. I just want them to pass further when they do. Yeah,
I just want them to complete every pass.
I just want them to be better. That's all.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just trying to see all sides.
I got you. The devil's
everything.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
They'll figure it out though, dude. I mean, let's not forget that's Mason's 5th start ever. So
it's only his 3rd win.
It only goes up from here,
This was his first win on a Sunday. Give him a break.
Yeah, shit. We'll talk after this, but
I guess at one point, do you say bring in Duck?
No. I think that's a bad idea.
Say to that?
If you're gonna keep winning ball games, no matter how you win them, if you're gonna keep winning ball games,
I'm not saying bench him, but I'm saying at what point, like, what would it take for you to be like, you know what, like Mason out, like if the Steelers lose the next 4 games and he looks like dog shit,
he'd have to go like.
If the Steelers lose the next 4 games and play like dog shit, I'm gonna drop a steamy pile of dookie on your front doorstep, Tapia, because that's not gonna happen.
Of course.
Okay, so that.
But don't forget about all our injuries, because look, this thing doesn't come down to just Mason not being like James Conner has been so. It's been so clutch for us, and say, dude, like we've had multiple injuries. James Hamlin gets. Dude, Rosie Nick's knee's banged up. Trey Edmonds' knee is banged up too. Like we're literally pulling practice squad guys up right now.
And to that point, that's offensive people. as long as our defense holds, I think be okay, dude. I really do.
Well, and I agree with you 100%, Ty and Tapia. I get your point. However, we could have third string receivers we could have healthy Juju, healthy Deontay, healthy James Washington, healthy Rosie, healthy James, healthy Jalen, healthy Trey Edmonds. But if Ronald McDonald is under center, then we're not going to get anything done. Like, I like Hodges. I think he's cut out for it. But if Rudolph goes down with a season-ending injury, I do not necessarily trust Hodges as much as I would, a Benny Snell, a Trey Edmonds, the other backups, if that makes sense.
I guess,
like I think everything on the offense starts with your quarterback. We saw it with Landry Jones, Josh Dobbs, Michael Vick, Charlie Batch. Like, yeah, they can fucking play the game. That's why they're there. But it all starts with the quarterback.
I agree.
Yep.
So my biggest point too is that I feel like Mason is taking steps, small steps, but I don't feel like he's taking enough steps in my mind. But I'm not. But also the same thing, like you said, I don't think Hodges will be the next guy or be better. But also at the same time, I feel like Mason is just also, like you said, 5 plays away. He's only had 5 starts, but he's also like at the borderline, could cost us a game, just like anybody else. But I feel like our quarterback position is hurting. But credit to him for doing what he's done. But I would like to see him, like you said, Ty, like make those like longer throws because he can. He had some great connections with James Washington. Like if we could see that just a little bit more, he had some good passes to Juju. Like I say, open up the playbook. Let him be comfortable with what he's comfortable with because he can throw the ball. He threw for like 3,000 yards in college. He had all these crazy records. So would you say that Mike Tomlin's conservative play calling is maybe not letting Mason play to the best of his ability?
I don't know if it's Tomlin or is it Fickner
or Fickner.
Maybe, but maybe not. Maybe it's Mason's style of play. He needs to adapt. Him and Washington need to adapt to the NFL and not the fucking Pac-12 in Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Or the Big 12, whatever it is. But I also think maybe they're playing conservative now because there might be something at stake and we're not just trying to experiment and throw everything away.
True.
It's like instead of throwing that 18-yard or fucking Hail Mary, it's like maybe we just get the 6 now and then get the first down, get time of possession, kind of.
Yeah.
And
because, there were a few plays we saw where, like, there was one specific instance where Deontay Johnson runs a fucking post route and he's wide open for a touchdown.
In the end zone.
Mason checked down.
He ran a flag, dude. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Nice. But that could have been by design. It could have been, I think it was by design, actually, running back a halfback screen. So, yeah, he's wide open. His vision's just got to be a little better. That's all. Yeah. And that'll come with time.
And it all comes with time, baby.
Father Time said it best. All right. But before
Speaking
we get
of time,
out of here,
we're running out.
Yeah, we are. We're on a time crunch here. So let's do this.
We really lacked on our transitions recently, Ty.
Yeah, I know. Well, we're rushed today.
We're rushing today?
Yeah, and Polish tomorrow. Don't forget. Oh. Dress up appropriately at work.
But always Yinzer.
Well, we should put that on a t-shirt.
We're going to have to do that for every fucking ethnicity.
We could just put all ethnicities on one shirt. Problem solved.
We are human, but mostly Yinzers.
United Nations flag?
United Yinzers.
Yeah.
8 games left for the Steelers. Here's the schedule as it stands. Rams, Browns, Bengals, Browns again, Cardinals, Bills, Jets, Ravens. 8 games. What's the Steelers' record in those 8 games, and do they make the playoffs? All right, good stuff.
Your second question is tough to answer because you're also going to have to ask us what we think the Ravens are going to do.
Yeah, which is that was
At-
my
at
this
first
point-
thought.
At this point, just assume we're playing for the wild card.
Okay.
Then yes.
So Tapia, you and I, let's go Spitfire really quick. Rams Steelers.
Win barely
Yep.
though. Big statement game. That's gonna be our toughest challenge since losing Ben. I think it's gonna show a lot. Aaron Donald's defensive threat. You can't forget players like PG3. Obviously, Jared Goff could maybe expose some of our defense.
Not Amari, but Cooper Cup.
Yep.
Gonna be tough.
So, all right. Then we
Who
go
Done with
shadows
that.
Cooper Cup?
Done with that one. Steelers Browns.
Definitely Steelers. The way Baker Mayfield
In Cleveland.
was playing.
Thursday
Ooh,
night.
Yeah, definitely.
Gotta be color rush.
Because color rush, and also Big Ben needs to fly because he owns that stadium and he owns that team. So Papa Ben or Big Ben, Father Ben will be in the house. I like that.
You said he needs to fly. We're gonna need to see him come down in a parachute through the rafters. I don't know. That would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Next up,
Love it.
Steelers at Bengals.
W for sure.
W,
There's no way
easy.
Yeah, I can't even believe I asked that one.
Andy
I
Dalton's
can't-
benched. W.
Yeah, you got
He'll
Ben
probably
on
be
his
back at
birthday.
that point. Having him throw
which is
lefty.
perfect. Which is perfect.
After that, December 1st, Browns at Steelers. We have 3 AFC North games in a row, boys.
Which
Steelers
win,
by
win,
1,000.
win. Oh, dude, put your house on it. Put your mortgage on it. OBJ is getting shut down by
yeah.
Stevie Nelson.
Ooh, yeah, phenomenal. I hope he wears a really expensive watch.
And some shoes that make no sense.
After that, Steelers at Cardinals.
Ooh, easy win. I'm sorry to.
Dennis.
I'm stopping you
Yeah.
right there. Not easy. Mobile quarterback. Have a tough time covering tight ends. How are we going to cover a tight end and a scrambling quarterback?
I
You
think
know
we
what,
I don't
still
know.
win.
That's a
By
thought.
then, Mark Barron will be waived, and then hopefully,
Christmas is still 2 weeks from then.
yeah, early Christmas gift. Mark Barron will be waived, and somehow Devin Bush will find his feet and be able to cover somebody for at least one game.
Decent. Bills at Steelers.
Steelers, easy.
Dude, Steelers have an opportunity to just win the next 8 games in a row.
They have the opportunity to win 16 every year. Next game, Steelers at Jets.
Dude, statement game. Le'Veon Bell, they're gonna hold him to maybe -2 yards a carry. They're gonna shut him down.
Assuming that he's going to have at least 15 carries, he's going to finish the game with 15 carries, -30 yards. That's a very bold prediction, but I love it.
And also, don't forget, Bud Dupree stole his cleats. He's gonna wear them that game. Stole them from his locker room last year, and he's gonna run him down in his own cleats. That's disrespectful.
That's
That
the
would
move.
be so fucking tight. We're going to finish the year week 17, Steelers at Ravens.
Dude, that's tough. That's tough.
Listen, I think the Steelers in the next 8 games go 6-2. They lose to the Rams. I think it's going to be a tough game. If they're going to lose a game, it's the Rams, and then their only other loss is going to be Ravens potentially. Just being honest.
I was going to say, I think those 2 will be the toughest games. I think
Yeah.
it's so tough to say about a game December 29th, week 17, because we've had 3 different quarterbacks thus far.
Yeah.
Through 9 weeks. But I said it from when they were 1-4, I think. I said they're going to win out.
Yep.
I
Also-
hope they do.
Also,
I think they do.
Let's give credit to Mike Tomlin for essentially this year, and I mean even last year, he lost easily the best running back in the league, best wideout. You lose your Hall of Famer quarterback, and you still manage with all the injuries, everything that's going on, to take your team from 0-2 to 4-4 at this point in the year, and the defense has been looking better than ever. And that's one of the things that not every coach could do that. And I think a lot of teams would definitely crumble a lot harder than we have and hit with a lot more diverse. Because don't forget, the 2 games we lost, like to the Seahawks and to the Ravens, were close games.
Yeah.
And the Niners.
And the Niners, so it's not like we got blown out completely. Like we were right there until the end.
Up until this week, our 3 losses, or our 4 losses came to 3 or
Top
yeah,
seven?
3
Top 7?
top 7 teams. Yep.
True.
And now we beat a 5-2 team.
I
It
hope
doesn't
we
matter.
win
It's a
out.
fucking W, boys. It's
So
all
we
that
make
matters.
the wild card, right? We make the wild card, hands down, easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good,
Can't wait
good.
for that.
All right. Well, we do got to get out of here. Sorry to
All right.
rush you guys. My
Hey, no
apologies.
No worries.
Ugh. Episode 101. Another Steelers dub in the books.
Zoe 101.
Next game for the Steelers, 3:25 Central Time on Sunday. Be there or be dumb in the head. Episode 101. We'll be back next Tuesday, same time. It's October, or nope, it's not October. It's November 5th, by the way. Did mention that. For anyone who gives a fuck.
Who are you guys?
We'll be back episode 102 next week, hopefully with another Steelers dub to discuss.
And
So,
Penguins. A few
just-
Penguins wins.
Yeah, we'll have to
Yeah.
talk a lot of Penguins next time around because
Yeah,
we haven't
yeah.
touched them.
Yeah,
tough
did
fight
Tapia
last
throw
night.
up gang signs there?
I was literally just going to ask, did you just throw up the West Side A-Town down? Like, what the fuck, horns down, baby?
I think he's
Yeah.
saying his favorite book is West Side Story.
Yeah, in honor of us playing the Rams this week.
In honor of West Side Story, the musical coming to theaters. All right. We're fucking on here. Episode 102 next week. See ya.